Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. I'm Corey and this is my channel Get Sharp, where I sharpen your knives and you help me build my sharpening business. Woo! I'm a little overwhelmed right now. Let me tell you. We're gonna do primary focus today. I'm gonna get these guards off this Rikon. I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna be doing with it, but I know I'm gonna take these rails off. So I figure, you know what? Let's go ahead and get that taken off, and maybe that'll be enough to start getting those juices moving. Feeling overwhelmed because you can see the size of my frame, right? Touching over here and touching over here. Like, this is my space, and the optimal setup, I would have all these machines staged within this space, and I'm not seeing how to do it. I'm gonna need to get like a multi-purpose tool stand or shop stand, whatever you call them. And I think this bad boy is gonna have to go on it, kind of sit kind of low like the Tormic is. So maybe we'll do something like Tormic here, Rikon here, buffer wheel over here, and 1x30 continues to live over there. Part of for those of you who are new, this is brand new. It's only been here 24 hours. Same with this, just got them. Got a deal I'm proud of, from essentially an estate sale from a wood turner. This guy's been set up whenever I grind on it with the camera on, right in the center, because my light's up here to the right, camera's over here. So I gotta kind of think like there's multiple things I gotta think about. I can't just be like, oh, this will fit here and it goes there. No, I got lighting angles and all these other nuances. Anyhow, yeah, let's start breaking the guards off of this thing. Come on and take a look. You know, I've got probably 3 or 4 videos sitting in my drafts folder that I could be editing right now, but I'm so excited about this new microphone. I just wanna, yesterday I had to do 2 takes with it. The first one just did not, I don't know what happened. But on today, the second take worked out really well. The sound was rich and vibrant, and I was very happy with it. And yeah, today I'm messing around with some of the settings to optimize it. So hopefully this audio experience is great for you guys. Grab a crescent wrench here and see if I can. Pretty sure I gotta take these off. I hate to use a crescent wrench, but my friggin' sockets are at the bottom of the toolbox. You know, I wonder if I should be taking some pictures of this stuff before I take it all apart. What was that thing even for? Hard to say. It does something though. Huh. Yeah, I don't even know what this guy's for, to be honest. Oh, left. Man, the guy that owned this stuff before me his shop was immaculate. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Just absolutely beautiful shop. And he labeled everything. He had one of those little Dymo label printers, and he did not label this. We're just taking pieces apart. So right now I'm hoping to get this left guard off. There we go. And once this guard's off, we're probably gonna have to take the mount for this jig off. It goes right here, but I don't know. That does not look like an 8-inch wheel to me. It looks a little bigger. Let's see, this thing's 8 inches. Where are we at on that? Yeah. Well, 7.5-inch wheel on it. And I'm still not sure if I'm gonna run 8-inch wheels on this thing, or maybe I want clearance for 10-inch wheels. I don't know yet. I don't know. I need you guys to weigh in on these types of things, because you all know way more than I do. I'm assuming the next piece of this puzzle is to take this wheel off so we can get to the rest of the guard. There we go, got it loosened. Pretty easy. So if you're watching this to understand how to take this apart, start on the outside, take those 3 knobs off, get access to the wheel, take the wheel off, and then boom, you can see inside. And obviously the side I'm working on right now is not conducive. Well, you don't know. I don't have a lot of room to your left or behind me at this moment. So I'll give you guys a close-up when I take this side apart. Okay, so that goes on the inside. Let's try to keep these in order. They look identical, but let's play it safe. And then those guys are just stuck on there with some Phillips screws. See if this guy has enough power to pop them off. Nope. Well, I just charged it too. Let's see if we can loosen them and then. Oh yeah, they're really in there. Okay. I live on a bluff overlooking Puget Sound. We have a beautiful, beautiful view, but we live right above the sewage treatment plant. So sometimes I get a nice wave of seaweed and whatever else the sea smells like at that moment. And sometimes I get a nice whiff of whatever is coming out of everybody. Let me tell you, whew. Someone ate chili last night. All right, that side's off. Not too bad. That was not as bad as I thought it would be. Put that right there. I'm gonna have to put all these parts in a bag so I don't lose them. It's actually pretty easy to deconstruct here. This thing's pretty heavy. It's gotta be 30 pounds. Okay, so first things, take the tool rest off. And what's next? These guys. I'm gonna make sure the camera's not focusing on my beautiful arms the whole time. Tell you, this AI auto frame setting on this camera loves to focus on everything other than what I would have personally choose to focus on. It's kind of cool though, because it looks like I have a cameraman, so it's cool when it does work. If you ever thought about getting into YouTube and you need a recommendation on a camera, let me know. This is the 4th camera I've had in-depth experience with. Not for YouTube per se, but over my lifetime, and like to think I've got a pretty good grip on how to work them. All right, this is the part that kind of makes me nervous. One little woo-hoo, and that thing's gonna slip and hurt me. I got these gloves for free. I guess I don't know if you call it for free, but my wife's business, she has a Uline account and she did an order over 500. And when you do that, they give you a gift list. And she was like, oh, I can get you a little heater for your desk since you're gonna be in the garage all winter. I'm like, dude, that heater ain't gonna do shit. And then I saw the mechanics gloves and I was like, ooh, they're camo. My other mechanics gloves are kind of worn out. And they're just the perfect fit. Absolutely perfect. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna roll with these when I'm sharpening, because they are they're thick and they're protective. But I feel like they're not detailed enough. So I might stick with the old batting gloves. All right, next step. I just gotta loosen these three up. Loosened, and oh boy, those things are really in there tight. Once you get those loosened up, go grab your stocking stuffer from 1 or 2 Christmases ago and put it to work. So I really appreciate y'all voting on the next piece of equipment that we invest in. I think the low speed bench grinder was a fabulous idea. In fact, I was rooting for all of you to choose that. The black wheel, I don't know. Kind of like, if I didn't have the CBN wheels, then I would have been like, the black wheel would have been my #1 choice. The silicon carbide. So black wheel would have been a little redundant, but the polishing wheel, that would have been fun too. But luckily we got both now. We have a Rikon and a buffer wheel. It is, man, what's better than scoring at a garage sale or a thrift shop, or you know, any one of those types of places where you get things used. Just making sure my microphone's working. It looks like it's been recording this entire time, which is absolutely lovely. Nothing worse, guys, than filming a whole video and, you know, a day or two later you gotta edit it and you find out you screwed up somehow. Oh, it's frustrating. Okay, that wheel's on. Let's go ahead and get this wheel on. Everything over here in the exact order of which I took them off. What are these wheels? Type WA60N5V. So all that can be translated to tell us material, density, like what it's used for. Let's take a quick look. Let's see what these wheels are for. Metal grinding, that's what they're for. I'm teasing, it says it right there, but like, what is it? It's gotta be silicon, or not silicon carbide, aluminum oxide, I would assume. Yep, white aluminum oxide. So they don't, I don't know that I'm gonna have a need for them, but I'm certainly gonna just, oh, I might have put those on prematurely. So I'm thinking the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten this bolt down, just because I don't ever want to accidentally run it and have one of these wheels fly off. I remember when I was a kid. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to just happen. So when I was a kid, I worked at a religious retreat center during the summers. And when I was about 14, 15 years old, I moved out of I started working there when I was 12. It's been the whole summers there. 12, 13, I was in the dish room. 14 or 15, I graduated to the maintenance crew, and we had a shop, and they had a bench grinder with a wire brush. And I remember my boss at the time, his name was Joey. I was like, how's this work? And he showed me, oh my God, I bench grinded rust off of tools for like a week straight. I was cleaning up everything. And in hindsight, I remember thinking, wow, if you polish it long enough, you'll get a nice blue color to all the tools. So, yep. You live and you learn, right, guys? Okay. I think we definitely need to get this guy out. I don't know. What, do I need that thing? What is the purpose of this anyways? I don't know. This side, so these look like aftermarket parts. The left side says Craft Supplies USA Raptor 2.5 Woodturner's catalog. The right side, interestingly enough, says Craft Supplies USA 2 inches. So this side's 2.5, this is 2. But boy, they kind of look identical to me. So I got this used from a woodturner shop who passed away. Rest in peace, Mr. Dick Akers out of Everett, Washington. He was a Boeing machinist. All right. Yeah, I'm not sold on taking these things off. But I don't see that I have a need for them. And the reason I don't have a need for them, I'm gonna set up a universal support bar in front of these. I'm sold on that much. I'm not freehanding this. This is a precision. I have a hard time with that word. This is a precision sharpening shop. And if I say I'm putting a 16-degree double bevel on a knife, my mind, they're going home and they're figuring out a way to measure it. They're checking my work. I don't do this so much anymore, but like the first couple of weeks I opened up, I'm like, every customer that I was sharpening for, I thought they were the sharpener down the road checking my work, you know? So I was like extra careful and perfect, and it's like I want to show them what I'm capable of, you know? So if you have that mindset, you can't really fail. You know, it's like every job I get, I'm in the mindset that an auditor's gonna be checking my work when I'm done. Well, it's a little bit lighter, but not much. This is backwards, of course, but I have our support bar set up right here. And we grind just like that. Maybe we could get a bar that comes up and goes the whole span of it. Have to go up and down. Yeah, I think that's the way to do that. Just one bar. You come up with a I can't spend money on another Tormek horizontal and multi-base. It's just not economical. There's got to be a cheaper way to do this. I was thinking I pulled out this I don't know what you call it, T-slot or extruded aluminum, but I think this stuff might come into play soon enough for mounts like this, you know. Put that down, have a piece come up. I just need to be able to cut it, you know, square and precisely, which I don't necessarily have the tools to do. But when you don't have a tool you need, you go buy it. So that way, if you need it, you got it, right? I think that was Doug that said I won't be buying tools for a while. You don't know me, buddy. I'm never gonna. I'm a Dick Akers, my friend. Wait until I die. This thing, I'm gonna have tools on the ceiling. Actually, I technically already do. So anyways, this is gonna be set up like that, Tormek system kind of style. Should have put that back before I put this down. I'm happy it's got that base. Okay. So imagine this thing running. I guess we better make sure it friggin' works. Shit. I didn't even consider that. I think this is the only one I've never turned on. Shirt's off. It runs! Woo! We need to set up a little break. Okay, so this guy's sitting right here again. Boom. Obviously, this is high speed, so we're gonna have to, you know, the blade's not gonna sit on it like it does the Tormek. I'm not gonna be going like this. I'm gonna be going like this. Woom. Flip it over. Woom. Water jug. Woom. Or no, these are paper. No water. Isn't that interesting? I think these are made out of cardboard. Super, super hard cardboard. So that's kind of what's running in my head. So Tormek, Rikon. Yeah, the Rikon could go right here. And then this guy has kind of a low profile. So maybe it sits where the Rikon is right now. And then again, some kind of a support bar system sitting right here. I'd prefer it was up higher than lower, but in order to do that, this would have to sit down quite a bit lower. So maybe I Tormek over here, Rikon right here. Ooh, I'm having some insane deja vu right now. Holy cow. And then buffer over here. Yeah. Crescent wrench or a wrench to swap the wheels out on these close by. Looks like they're different sizes. What is that one? That one's got to be, that's pretty big. Maybe 5/8. No, it's probably, that's bigger than 5/8. Yeah, different size bolts there. So Tormek, Rikon, buffer wheel. I think that's how that's gonna go. But I would love to hear from you guys on your thoughts. My email, reach out to me via email. You know, if you can, I know some of you guys have sent me some pretty cool illustrations in the past. I've even had guys send me cryptic codes, like Phil Chaput. That was a lot of fun. 1x30 stays over there. I wonder if that 1x30 is ever gonna get any love again. Wheels, man. Hollow grinds. Hollow grinds, that's the way. Well, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is too much fun. I'm just living the dream right now. Seattle, summer in Seattle is coming to an end. I need to take a picture of what I'm looking at right now and put it up there. In fact, Corey, you've said this on video at least 10 times and you've never actually done it. Get that photo off your phone and put it up there right here, right now. You're pointing, so you got no choice to put it there. There you go. Good job, bud. All right, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one.